Another visualization that we haven't worked with to date is key influences. And so I want to have a look at how we can get Power BI to use AI, artificial intelligence, to look at what data is a key influence and is driving other data. What data is affecting other metrics in your data? So let's have a look at this. So for example, let's start by inserting a page. I want to name that page, so I double click, feedback analysis. So I want to analyze the feedback that we've been getting about our products and our services. Now to add a key influencer, we go for this button here in your visualization pane. So I'm going to click that. And I'm going to make it really big so that we can see it as best we can. Now, the thing that I want to look at is how customers are rating us. And let me just close these. And so I want to know, is there any metrics or is there any metric that's driving why we get a low rating? Who's giving us a low rating? So from the customers table, we actually have a column called rating, and I want to analyze that. So I drop it into the analyze bucket or field. But I need to decide up here with this drop down, these are the options that appear in the rating column. We are either rated as high or low. So I'm going to say, show me low. And so I've chosen that option. Now I want to know what is driving a low rating. And let's start with geography. Is it customers from a certain country or region that are not happy with our service? Let's drag country or region into the explain by. Explain the ratings by country. And here it is running the analysis. And basically it's saying that if the country is France, there's 1.44 times more chance of being rated low than if you came from Spain, UK, or Germany. If I rest on this, when the country region is France, rating is 1.44 times more likely to be low compared to other countries and regions. This influences approximately 29.73% of the data is influenced by the country and the region. So what if I also added another field? Because you can have more than one. What does the role in the organization do to the rating? So I'm going to expand role and I'm going to add role in the organization. And it runs the analysis. And it says here, if I click on this and I rest on it, when the role is consumer, if the person is a consumer as opposed to an administrator or a publisher, then there's 2.57 times more likely to be ranked as low. And this influences 64.51% of the data. So here, if we're a consumer, we're 2.57% times more likely to rank it as low. And if we added these two together, they basically average out at 5.78%. All right. Let's add more data. Let's say we want to add subscription and subscription type. Add that to the value. And subscription also, if it's a premier subscription, there's 1.83 times more likely to say that it's a low score. So their expectations are higher for the premier subscription. What about company size? I'm going to go to company and drag company size. If the company size is less than 5,000, there is a 1.48 times chance that you'll be ranked as low, more times chance of being ranked as low. And lastly, let's just go to the customer table and add theme. So theme is here. Compared to security, speed, reliability, support, price, design, usability, based on usability, it is rating 2.55 more chance. If the rating is 2.55 times more likely to be low if they're rating usability. So they don't think it's very user-friendly. So it is possible to add more than one variable to analyze and explain why we're getting a low rating. We're going to leave the expand by empty for the moment because we need a measure to use that. Now, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the top single factor that influences the likelihood of a low rating. And the top single factor that is most likely going to give you a low rating is the role of the person in the organization. So the top influencer on a low rating is if the consumer is if the person is a consumer. If the person is a consumer, the chances are 2.54 more times likely to get a negative score. If I was to look at resting on this, 14.93% of consumers gave a low score. Excluding consumer, administrator and publisher average 5.78, there's a 5.78 chance that the remaining categories will also give you a low score. And if you divided the 14.93 by the average, that's where they get the 2.57 times chance that you'll get a low score if the person is a consumer. So you're more likely to get a low score from a consumer than from a publisher or from an administrator. The second single factor that determines your low rating would be the theme. And the particular theme would be usability. So there is 2.55 times more chance of getting a negative score if you're looking at usability. The other things added all up together come to 11.35. So the chances of getting a low score on anything else is 11.35% of the time. As far as interacting with these visuals, every time we click, the artificial intelligence recalculates. Let's say we resize this and put a slicer at the side here. I'm going to click on a blank part and put a slicer here. And let's say I want to know just company size really influence what we're getting with ratings. So I'm going to add company size to my slicer and I'm just going to shrink this a little bit. And move it down a bit. All right, so if I was to look at companies that were greater than 50,000 people, would usability still be an issue? And would consumer still be an issue? Or would security still be an issue? Third influence. So if I greater than 50,000, the thing that bothers large companies the most is security. So that would beg the question that if you are seeing that your larger customers, companies, are having an issue with security, there's 2.73 times more likely to rank you as low based on security, then maybe you need to address that. Whereas if a company size is less than 5,000, then their biggest issue seems to be usability over security. So they're having trouble using it. So it's being able to interact with other visuals is quite likely. And so I'll unselect that. Now, the other thing is interpreting the continuous key influences by adding more explanations. I'm going to click on my key influences visual and I want to bring tenure into the mix. So from my customer table, I've got a tenure field, and that is the length of time that our customers have been with us. So I want to explain these key influences also by tenure. Now, as soon as I bring tenure into the mix, basically that becomes the top key influencer. And so what I'm seeing here is if someone, as the tenure increases, then the likelihood of receiving a lower rating also increases. And that's not a good thing. So it suggests that our longer term customers are more likely to give us a negative score. And really that needs to be addressed as well. Now, what about this expand by particular option? That's when we bring measures into the mix. And so what I'd like to do here is I'd like to add support ticket ID. Let's start with that. So I'm going to go to support tickets and I'm going to grab, now I can't see it. So I'm just going to first of all right click and ask to see view the hidden ones. And if I go down here, I can see that support ticket has actually been hidden. So I'm going to click the I and unhide it. Or right click it and turn off the very, oh, hang on a moment. Maybe it's easier if I just go to the model, go to support tickets and just hit the I there. That's better. And then go back to my report canvas so I can actually see the support ticket. Now let's add the support ticket to the explain by, first of all. And what it's done is it's counted the number of support tickets that have been submitted by a particular customer. And so what we see here is we start seeing aggregates like it's counting. And if it counts the number of support tickets, then basically what it's saying is, if I rest on it, the likelihood of rating low increases if you have a client or a customer with more than 2.53 tickets. It leads to a 4.07 growth in likelihood that you'll get a low scoring. So the more or the greater number of tickets that a person lodges increases your chances of getting a low score. So you really want to address that as well, that we don't want them to be putting lots of tickets in. Now, what if I want to look at the top segments? At the moment, we're looking at the key influences, the first, the second, the third, the fourth, and so on as it goes down. And I now want to go to the top segments. Now, the top segments for that particular key influencer, which is the number of tickets, the top segments is in here, 45.1% and 1972 in terms of the number of tickets. So if I then click this, I can find out more. And so if the number of tickets is greater than 4 and is less than 6, and the country is not France, and the person is not a publisher, and they have less than or equal to 29 years with us, then there's a 45.1% chance of rating low. This is 33% higher than the average. So that's our greater segment. So a segment is a combination of attributes such as the number of tickets, the region, the role, the tenure. If I went for this segment, which is the highest of all, then that is when, if a company is less than 5,000 people and the person has more than 4 tickets and they come from France and they're not a publisher and they're less than 29 years with us, there's a 47.4% chance that they will rate low. And this is 36% higher than the average. So you've got these different sort of segments that you can click on as well. But I just want to go back to the key influences. So that's how the segments work as well. Now, if I was to know what proportion of the data is attributed to the number of people, because basically you can have something that is ranked as a really big influencer, but it's only been from a handful of customers. So what we sometimes do is if I click on my key performance indicator, influencer and I go to format it, under analyze, there is this ability to turn on the counts. And when I do, you're going to see a circle rim go around these circles. So I'll turn that on. Now, only a small portion, see that little rim there? Only a small portion has had a big influence. But here, a lot of people are influencing whether they're a consumer. And a lot of people are influencing that ratio there as premier. So the band or the rim around the outside represents the percentage of data that the influencer contains. The more of the ring, the more data is influencing that. Okay. And the other thing we can do is we can also look at down here is a count. So when we look at the number of people as opposed to the impact, the number of people tells me that actually those people, more data supports that if the subscription type was Premier, there's a 1.83 times chance that they will rate you as low. Whereas the impact, yeah, it actually comes down to being the 6th influencer. All right. So that's the key influencers. Have a look at your data. It might have some really interesting insights.